Everything's going bananas. Let's have a go. Let's see if we can do it. Is anybody there? Probably not now. You probably think I'm not going to be here, don't you? And here I am, waiting. I'm having terrible trouble getting on today. Terrible trouble. Goodness me. Let's turn those down. Let's see if anyone's there. Hello, good people. Hello. I'm just going to turn off this other device that I've been trying to get you on, and it just won't let me. So, hey ho, there we go. I'll try and turn it off so it's not making ridiculous noises while I'm on. Just bear with me. It's all in a good cause. It's all in a good cause. I'll chuck it over there out the way. I'm really sorry. I really don't know what's happened there. Hey, dearie me. Good morning, good people. It's good to be with you. Hey, dear. Here we are once more. Bless you, little cotton socks. As my mother would have said. And all those other sayings that mothers say that drive us all up the wall. Sorry, I'm very late because I don't know what's going on. Good Sunday to you as well, Anna. Yeah, it's good to see you. Good morning, Linda Bachetto. It's good to see you. It's all going on. It's all going on. I don't know what's going on, but it's all going on. Let's have a look. See what we're doing. Even the laptop is like, what is going on here? I don't know. I'm going to hold you there because I'm not sure. I mean, I've got 50%, so I don't think. Good morning, Tracy Orty. Can we have a date when you're moving, please? That would be very good. Oh, good day, Barbara Gordon. A good day. It's good to be with you all again. I was part of the service. I wasn't on the screen, but I was part of the service. I was sitting with my mate Margaret Kite, and we did a little singing. What was the singing too loud? Could you hear it? We just wanted it to be proper, and I didn't want to be involved because the two guys looked like they got it all under control. I know, nobody was panicking more than me. I thought, I'm going to have to find out how to get on the other devices. That's the thing as well, because I relied totally on this mobile phone, which is not the best, is it then, really? So I need to have a backup plan up my little sleeve, don't I? I do. I've got a cup of coffee. So I'm very rainbow coloured today. You see me on the screen over at church. I've got all my pinks. I'm going to save this dress now, this top, for Pentecost, because it looks a bit like fiery flames. More about that later at Pentecost. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Lovely service. Thank you, Judy. Always rely on some great feedback from you. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're still a work in progress, but the work is actually getting there, isn't it? It did feel a bit smoother this morning, and one or two little glitches, but nothing that we can't handle at St Paul's. We're just well into glitches, aren't we? Well into glitches. I just have a couple of slurps of coffee. Please excuse me. And for those of you who watch it a later time, or even a later date, and I know that there is plenty, because there's a few of us on here on a morning, and then as you go through the week, not that I'm bothered about the numbers, but it's good to see that we're reaching lots of people. Yes, I think so too, Eileen. The technology went so much better this morning, so we're getting there, aren't we? Slowly but surely. And I was trying to watch Rod from a distance, what buttons he was pressing. So that's all good. It is. Good morning, Lynn Sabin and Eileen Brown. Oh, you can't hear me now. Wait a minute. Right, how's that? Is that any better, Eileen? No, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. And I've turned my volume up now. What do you reckon? Is that any better? Oh, it must be my phone. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Uh, I'm so sorry. Is it? Can you hear me now? Oh, I can hear great. I can hear you. Oh, okay. But I mean, it is due a new one. So although the screen's a bit battered, I think the phone itself was all right until this week. They obviously only have that 2 year life, 2 year life, don't they? Good. I'm glad you can. Oh, you can hear me too, Barbara. That's good. All thumbs up there then. So again, for oh, not on my phone. Well, I've turned my thingy up. As you know, I have had a bit of a to-do with my Wi-Fi this week. I was actually, it'll come as no surprise to you, will it, that I was shouting and screaming at the poor woman at the end of the Virgin thing. Good morning, Marion. Good to see you. So, anyway. Oh, that's very good. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. The Alan, do you know what, Anne? You know my philosophy these days. The Alan will still be there when we're long gone and singing our socks off in heaven. So that's good. I'm glad. Thank you, ladies, for responding. Thanks, Anna, Marion. So I win every time. Thank you, my darling. That's just wonderful. So I'm glad about that. Yes. Is this a Sunday morning? It is. It's Sunday morning. I'm Wendy Murphy. It's the 21st of March. Well, for goodness sake, where are they all going? 21st of March 2021. Would you believe it? And here I am. We're going to have a bit of a natter together, aren't we? Newsletters have been circulating, so I'm hoping that you've got your Easter cards and your crosses. Anybody like an Easter card and a newsletter and a cross? Contact me, or of course you can contact our illustrious church warden. She will again put her email up and her phone number. Oh, I meant to, because I was looking at Tracy Ortiz blanket, Census Day blanket there. Census Day. Oh, I don't know what's happening then for you, darling. I don't know, Eileen. Can you hear us now, babe? Can you? Tracy Ortiz. Census Day. Is that when you're leaving? Bless you. Have you received your Easter card and your cross to take with you, Tracy? That's what I need to know. That will be great. We'll have a look at that. Because they really are. Thank you, Pat. Right on time. Thank you. So you're going on Tuesday, which is Census Day, isn't it? I like that though, Tracy. Going on Census Day. There's another couple that moved along on Census Day, wasn't it? In the reign of Caesar Augustus. Now there. Oh, is it today? I thought it was the 23rd. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? You're right. 21st is today. 23rd I'm thinking of for the Reflection Day. I think we're going to have church open on that day. And you can come and light a candle if you would like. So I'll put some candles out. It won't be able to be until 2 o'clock. The church will be open, but we do have Brian Dennett's funeral at 12:30. So if you would like to light a candle, you can come in the morning and you can come in the afternoon, but you can't come at lunchtime. So, but do come and light a candle. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll open church up and it will be engaged from 12:30 to 1:30. But either side of that, please do come in and light a candle and spread the word. I'll put a little note on Facebook page and we'll do that on Tuesday, apart from lunchtime when it's Brian Dennett's funeral. Okay, so good to see your little faces this morning. It was at the service. And let me have a go. Hello from Tracy and Pete and the cats. Hello, Tracy and Pete. Oh, you've not received your sensors. Still in Netherfield. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, you need to still be in Netherfield because I need to come and say a proper goodbye to you and bless you on your travels, girl. No, I do. Even if it's from the gate. Even if it's from the gate. So we've had some fantastic feedback for those of you who have received your newsletter with your cross and your Easter card. How fabulous to have that feedback for those who are who've received them already, and those who made them, faithfully just putting those Easter cards together, all homemade, of course, and those beautiful homemade crosses as well. There I am. That's a bit lighter, isn't it? Yeah, so it's really good, and the feedback is good. Good, good, good. I've plugged myself in as well, even though I've got a lot of charge. I've plugged myself in just to be on the safe side, which is why I'm holding the phone. I am. So, spring has sprung then, hasn't it? Now, spring has sprung. And you know what I did? I got up and I walked the dog yesterday, and I thought I just need to go and find some space. So I took myself to College Park. How wonderful was that? Spring had definitely sprung there. It was beautiful. And as I pulled into the car park, there was just this wonderful sight of that beautiful big lake just spanning. Oh, it did do your heart good. It's that what I talk about, that nourishing your soul. How are you going to nourish yourself? It was such a beautiful, beautiful morning. My first sight was a swan telling another swan off. So it was coming after him like that. And this first swan just took flight. Have you seen a swan in flight? I stood and watched the swan in flight because it was amazing. Truly amazing. Flap, flap, up in the sky. It was glorious. And that the not so friendly one, he was well happy. He was after that. Well happy because he was there by himself. He got his own space. I know what he was thinking yesterday morning. To have your own space is really them enormous wings though. Up in the sky, it was just absolutely breathtaking. It really was. Really, really wonderful. And as I'm going along, you'll like this, Anna, as I'm going along, Harry Heron flew across my head over, and he too. I just wonder how these birds get so high up in the sky. It was just magnificent, plus all the other little birds that you saw as well. But it was absolutely magnificent. The swan and the heron and the beauty of the place. And when you get halfway round, you look down the lake, and it is absolutely, as I've already said, you can tell I enjoyed it, can't you? It was breathtaking. Didn't have time to go all the way around the lake. I'll try and do that this week, but I did go halfway and then turn back. So it was really, really lovely. And that's part of being an early riser for me. That's where it all happens. This morning I opened the curtains, and I was able to get up and watch the sky, and I watched the sun rise. It was just beautiful. I read a few verses of my Bible this morning. I did a few pages of the book that I'm reading for Lent, Streams of Living Water, Richard Foster. I'm not nearly finished it, but you know what? I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, and I'm doing it. And so therefore, I shall keep on doing it to the end, even though Lent's finished. And you're right, you do need to get away with your thoughts. You do need to actually just have that moment, don't you? And I can't think of any. College Park, you're right, Tracy. There's also Attenborough Nature Reserve, other Tracy who's on. You know, it was just absolutely beautiful. It really was. And I can remember the times when you could park just about anywhere and you could walk along Victoria Embankment. That's another beautiful spot. But there you go. Reminds me of those boats that I used to get with my granddad and go to the pleasure park. But we can't do that because there's far too much no parking here, no parking there, no parking anywhere, permit, permit, permit. So yeah, you can jump on the bus and you can get there. So as I say, I'm not going to be finish my book at the end of Lent, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it every day, and I'm trying to do just a couple of pages a day so I don't feel overwhelmed. It's like when you read the Bible, isn't it? You just need a couple of verses, don't you? And you might want to think about, oh, I wonder what that means. And then you might want to have a look online, or maybe you've got a study book and it just helps things to settle, doesn't it? So then it brings me to, how's your Lent doing? I hope you too have been trying to nourish your soul with the things that work well for you. For me, it's walking. For me, it's creation. Each and every time I see a swan, a sunrise, sunset, heron, my grandbabies, my great-grandbabies, in fact, all my babies, they all raise a smile, don't they? Most of the time, anyway. Oh, and we have learned, haven't we, this last year of what we really do value, haven't we? If it's taught us nothing, it's taught us how much pleasure we can get from the simple things in life. I've got a thing in my kitchen and it says it's not the number of breaths we take. No, it's the moments that take our breath away. I don't think I've got that right. And yesterday, that was a moment to take my breath away. So it was just beautiful. That moment just really just took my breath away. Those amazing sights, the glorious views, as I said, it fair nourished my soul, because we really do need to find ways to nourish our souls. That's collectively all of us. I don't know whether you're aware, but in the fabulous Church of England, it's Passion Tide. So this is where we're turning our faces now towards the cross. So it used to be called Passion Sunday, as we're journeying gently to Holy Week. So this is, next week is Palm Sunday. So here we are still making that journey still. So the good news of Passion Tide is it does not have the last say. It's not all over, is it? We know that. So we have this really serious time of preparation that then comes quickly to fruition in Christ rising again from the dead. So it's that final push now towards that wonderful day that we celebrate together, the joy of the resurrection, Jesus coming back to life. And if we're doing what we should be, that's loving God and loving one another, you see, God always comes first. If we love God, if we want to spend time with him, we will see those magnificent sights, won't we? Tracy Westerman, yeah, Canada geese make a lovely sound when they go flying. You know, they're encouraging each other. And there's always one, isn't there? There's a word that begins with V. Now, either Pat or Lynn Faulkner will be able to tell me what it is, because they form a V. And there's always a leader, isn't there? A goose at the beginning, honking and saying, come on, you guys, let's go over here, let's go over there. So in this final 2 weeks, here we are looking at our leader, aren't we? And we're listening out for that honking, aren't we? And saying, come on, thank you, Pat, Thank you. It's a Vanguard, people. If you can see the comment from Pat Spru, so that they do this wonderful V, and there's the leader honking and saying, "This is the way." And sometimes we think, really, is that really the way? Yeah, we're relying on Jesus and we're listening to his honk, aren't we? And we're moving forward at the sound of his honk, because we will hear as Christians lots of different honks, and people want to distract us and take us a different way, don't they? No, the only honk we need to be hearing is from our leader, Jesus. So it's got me to thinking about the social distancing we've been practicing, and sometimes we can be forgiven, can't we? That not at St Paul's, I hasten to add, but in some churches, and it might be said Church of England churches too. You know, you might find social distancing has been there for forever, for hundreds of years, as people come in and sit in their own pew and, you know, vaguely nod to each other. And, you know, what Passion Tide is telling us is that we need to move closer. We need to move closer as we gaze on the cross, as we gaze on Jesus. We're moving closer to Jesus, so that, you know, we come to that moment of resurrection, like I said, and we remember that pouring out that Rod talked about this morning, that pouring out on the cross of everything that we've ever done. Is took it upon himself. So then we know the kindness and the mercy and the love, the tender love of Jesus, that's with each one of us all today, for those of us who choose that way, isn't it? So we turn our gaze in these final days, and we get even more serious in our readings, more serious in our doings. We're like, oh, have I really kept up what I said I was going to keep up? Am I going to finish it? It's all important. However you choose to nourish your soul, please continue to do it, because it's really important to nourish your soul. We've got to eat food to be able to live and breathe and eat, and it's the same for our souls. Our souls need feeding. They need more than feeding, they need nourishing, so that they can, you know, we can carry on doing the things that we want to do. First and foremost, of course, it's loving God, and then it's loving each other, and then whatever else comes from that too. Yeah. Really important to know how to nourish yourself. Thank you, Anne Gamble. Joy, Jesus first, others second, and yourselves last. Yes, I think that's excellent, but we mustn't. I think I want to just say it's Jesus first, others second, and ourselves third. Because actually we get even more problems when we put ourselves last, don't we? And I know from bitter experience in my own life, you know, when you don't feel worthy to be able to get on with your life, that you need that you know, of course we need to take care of ourselves, because that's biblical, and that's what God says. God says love God and love yourself, and that's very good, and we need to do that, I think. And sometimes we're very, very last on the list, which is hence my toddling off to the Colic Country Park. Beautiful. But we can do that in the garden, can't we? Often I pound the streets of Carlton. You know, it was a very special morning yesterday. I couldn't possibly make those mornings that space every day, because my diary won't allow me, even in this lockdown. You know, you zoomed out as opposed to, You really are. Yeah. I think we're looking at, we are looking forward to getting back, aren't we? But we're looking forward to the newness of stuff as well, and how we will be able to move forward in that newness as well. So, yeah, because we just have to be, what else have I put here? So it made me think about, when I was thinking about nourishing our souls, colic part, walking in the garden, looking at the birds, whatever it is you choose to do to nourish yourselves, don't get socially distanced from God. Keep in your mind's eye those moments of amazement, because they will keep us going. And in the Bible, there's a verse that says, and they that wait on the Lord will rise up on the wings of eagles. And there's a beautiful song that Lynn Faulkner plays to go with that as well. And as I wait, I'll rise up like an eagle. And that's what, just as those birds are soaring, and doing that thing where they hover on the wing. There's a fancy word for it, I'm sure. When they're doing that, we too can fly high if we continue to nourish our souls, can't we? Life pulls us down, and stuff gets in our way, always. I could tell you stuff, that gets in my way, or tries to get in my way, but I try not to let it. In the service this morning, I've closed my eyes and I've asked God to come close, because that's what we need. And when I stepped onto that path at Colic Park yesterday, I knew I was really close to God. And I could feel that saturation. When I looked at the water, I could feel that saturation of love just pouring into me. It was like somebody had got a jug and was just, or a shower head, and was just soaking me down. And that's what we need to do, don't we? Soaked down with a massive jug of water, water everywhere. And we need to drink it in, because it's the word of God. It's the creation of God. It's all those things that we all know already. Lucy Nicole, I have not seen the black swan yesterday at all. No. I was on the big lake. Well, I wasn't on it. I was walking halfway around it. That's what I was doing. So today, the thought I'm going to leave you with is, put yourself in a position where you're going to be saturated by God, where you're going to allow Jesus to come close, and then the Holy Spirit will just minister to you and saturate you, just pouring those blessings down. That's my prayer for you today. Get a good saturating, people, because you need it, you deserve it, you're worth it. Yes, think about joy. Jesus first, others second, and then yourself, ourselves third. Okay? And it might be sometimes others have to go third and you have to come second, and we shouldn't be we shouldn't be frightened of that. We shouldn't, that we love God and love ourselves, because that's the second commandment, and then we can love others. That's lovely, Eileen. Eileen says, do you know, was in the bathroom with the window open and heard a young girl singing outside whilst walking her dog. It was beautiful to hear in the light of everything. Not nice what's happening in our world today. It's true, isn't it? And Pat says, love yourself by loving God and loving others. Going to Colic Park, even walking around the garden can be loving God first of all. Absolutely, totally agree with you. And all I think we have to beware interpreting loving ourselves as indulging ourselves. That's right, Pat. Well, you're right. You're right. But if we're not right, so if we need a walk or to go and look at a flower or to walk around the garden or to have a moment, whatever it is we do, then that's not being indulgent. That's helping ourselves to be right so we can be right with other people, isn't it? But I get your point. I know what you're saying. Oh, I shall look out for that when I make another trip there then, Lucy, that big black swan. Yeah, so that's the thought I'm going to leave you with today, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who watch it a later time. No, I haven't got time today, darling. I have a funeral to get ready for, and I have other paperwork to do this afternoon. But what a kind offer. Thank you, Tracy. And another time I will come and I will walk with you and Pete. That would be lovely. I've still got coffee in my cup. I'm still happy to stay. But first of all, it's still a good idea, isn't it? Even with all them vaccinations going on, to stay home. To stay safe. Stay home and stay well. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and all those that you cannot see at this moment in time. The Lord be gracious to you and give you his peace in the saturation. And we ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you, good people. Thank you for patiently pressing your buttons. Thank you, Hyacinth. Thank you, Anna. It's so good to see you all on here. Thank you. Just great that you keep on pressing your buttons, because this is going to keeping on. Whatever the future brings, we're going to keep on keeping live, because it's a great way. You know what we might do? We might actually do a midweek meet where we can have a think about, what have you got a big question that you'd like to ask about God? Maybe we could have an afternoon coffee by Zoom. Pat could send the invites out. And we could do that, couldn't we? Yes, Lucy. Have you had your newsletter yet? Because, Lucy, it's all in the newsletter. We're planning back. It's all age worship, Easter Sunday, April 4th. So we're all in church together, socially distanced, of course. No refreshments at this moment in time and no singing. But hopefully the joy of being together will... Oh, right. Well, I'll make sure you can either come to the rectory, you can, and get one. And you might want to take Barbara Peel's Easter card with you, and Doreen's as well. If you could, that would be great. So, yes, do come. Oh, bless. You're very welcome, Marion. Okay, Anna. Well, what you need to do is inbox or send to Pat's email, Anna, your address, and we'll make sure you get a newsletter and an Easter card and a cross as well. Okay, that's good for me. Thank you, my darling. That's really good. And I'll have your newsletter and your other bits ready as well. Okay, darling. Yes, of course I could. So we are open this week. It's a day, I think it's a National Day of Reflection I've seen, and we really think we need to be part of that. So on Tuesday, just Tuesday, right? Just Tuesday, we are opening church at 10. So you can come and light a candle if you would like. I will get them ready. You can come and light a candle. You can come 10 till 12, right? And then you need to leave if you can't come 10 till 12, then you can come at 2, and it will be open 2 till 4, shall we say? And then we'll have a table of candles out. I can't have you over lunchtime, right? Because we have a funeral in church at lunchtime. Okay. So the church will be open 10 o'clock. Then you can come and light a candle as a National Day of Reflection. You might want to say a prayer for your family member, for your situation. Then 10 till 12, and then from there on, I'm just trying to think where the candles might be, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. 10 till 12 for lighting a candle, and then 2 till 4 for lighting a candle. And I'll put it on the Facebook page as well. Okay. And we'll see where we're going and what we're doing. Okay. That's just this week. And then Holy Week, of course, it's all Zoomed. But church will be open for private prayer. Okay, so there won't be any services. Thursday evening, Monday, Thursday will be a communion service. Friday afternoon will be a meditation. I've got Monday to Friday lives at 11 o'clock in the morning. Just tiny reflections, that's all. Okay, I'll share those with you at 11. Very small. And then Monday, Thursday is Holy Communion. So you can get your squash and your bread, your biscuit and your milk. Remember, we're just symbols. So we can join in that together. That would be fabulous. Yeah, that's great, Pat. So if you want to come and be part of the morning, Pat, then you can do that. And then, we can chat about that, how that's going to pan out. Hyacinth sent you an email, Pat. So we'll go from there. Okay. So Tuesday, 10 till 12, 2 till 4. Please come and light a candle or message one of us and we'll light a candle on your behalf. Okay. National Day of Reflection. Take good care, good people. My coffee is only got 1 gulp left. I bet you're desperate to go and peel a spud for your lunch. Have a great day. Whether you're in the garden, pounding the pavement, or going to Collick Park or Attenborough. Attenborough's beautiful as well, isn't it? I love Attenborough. Used to go there lots in another life. It's about making your priorities, isn't it? And God surely has to be our number 1 priority. Take good care, good people. God bless.